Hey guys, Spartan for the day trading recap, April 12th, 2022. Let's take a look at what we got going on and what we did today. A couple different things. Very choppy day. We were in and out of things, scalp trading literally the entire day. There wasn't anything that stood out as a huge trade. We had some decent stuff on the low float side, but we started the day off mainly on the long side, playing the market pop there. We had some Tesla long for about 20 points. We had some square long as well. This one ended up getting about a point and change to the upside, or 2 points, 127.85 long, so not a bad little trade there. Indo we took at 17.13 on the long side, trade that into the 18s for a point and change. UNH tried this on the long side at 538.37. We traded it into the 50 MA, sold into that, ended up getting stopped out the rest in the money. LAXT, we did scalp this to the upside in the morning into the fours. We ended up taking it on the pullback into EMA support as well, and then we ended up selling some into the pop there. Didn't quite get into the fours. We got stopped out the rest at our entry after that occurred. Other than that, we did a little bit of Lulu long at 386. We sold for about a point and change. We rolled into the 400 calls. We ended up exiting those for about 30-40%. We tried a little bit of Sava long at 27.54. Got a small pop. Ended up getting stopped out of that one. Didn't end up working. Snow long at 219.68. Ended up getting about 2.5 points, I guess, on the upside there. Not a bad trade as well. We did a little bit of Coop at 109.10s, traded that into the 110s for a point on the upside. Again, you can see how much scalping that we were doing, guys. Fourth shop, we took long at 638.01 in the morning. We got about 6 points to the upside on that one. So that was a decent trade. Stopped out the rest of that. We tried taking a little bit of 9. This ended up being about a 4-cent loss. If we stayed in it, we could have made some money. We were in at 292. Failed at the threes. We ended up just exiting right here when it started to break the EMA support. I guess it was like about 3-cent loss, but is what it is. Didn't end up working for us. mRNA, we had a long at 162.89. Got about a point and change on that one to the upside. And then other than that, we did a couple other things. Most notable, I would say, was, two most notable. EVLT, we did this on the long side. Whoops, ELVT, I should say. Not what is it? Sorry, guys, my mistake. So many names to go through. It was EVTL. There you go. Did this one long on the pullback in the flag. We traded that for about a point change to the upside. Ended up rolling to some options for about 30-40% on those. Nothing really major there. And then we had SGLY long at 822s. Traded that into the 916 area. Ended up exiting the rest at the end of the day. So on the equity side, not bad. Scalps basically all day long. Tesla, we had some short scalps at the end of the day, which worked out okay. And we also had a shop long scalp, which worked out fine as well. Some of the stuff that didn't work, we went over a couple of them. SST was one that we actually got a decent little pop on that one. Forgot to cover that. Oh, sorry, and SEMA was probably the best equity trade of the day because it was just straight up. We grabbed this one long in the 75 area, and we basically rode it up to the 77s and then ended up exiting that one out. And 74.77 was the entry there. Equity side, not bad. Scalp mode, pretty decent pretty decent hit rate on the equity side. Actually, when I'm looking at the trades, quite high. It was very high compared to the option side. Option side, we look at that, and a little bit lower. At the end of the day, main highlights, we did SPY puts, 437s, 434s, 438s, 436s. Is what we had on. 436s, 434s, the ones I took. And the 436s, we got a nice 100% change on. The 434s, we almost got 100% on those at the end of the day on that little pull. And then we did a couple other things like EVTL roll, the 15 calls, like I said. We did some AMD puts. They only went up about 25%. We're actually swinging those overnight. And then other than that, it was kind of 30% here, 40% there on a lot of stuff. A couple trades that didn't work as well. Let me just go over those. Oh, we were in go-go long, the 24 calls for about 80% to the upside. We scalped DWAC for about 12. Lulu, like I said, the 400s for about 42%. McDonald's, what were they? 255s? Yeah, 255s for 66%. We tried some Veru puts. The 750s, we're actually holding those overnight. They ended up going about 30%. Didn't sell any of them, just holding that. TSM, we got about 50% on these, 44% on these. To the downside, the 97 puts. ATNM, we tried the 10 calls. Those didn't work. We did some CVX 175 calls twice. The second time worked for 42%, and the first time worked for about 80% on the upside. Starbucks, we tried some 82 calls. Those did not work. FedEx, 207.50 calls. Those did not work. AMD, 100 calls. Those went up about 10%. Again, didn't really work. Square, 140 calls. Those ended up going about 20% as well. Not really a huge move on that. Kind of didn't work, I would say. PayPal, we tried 118 calls this morning. Those didn't work. Target, we did the 140 calls. 240 calls for about 43%. Worked out nicely. Nike, about 20% on the 130 calls. Scalp trade. Crowd, did a little bit of that. I made a little bit of money this morning on the pop. We did some JPM 140s. Those didn't work. Oxy, 63 calls. Those ended up going about 25% on the upside. And that's pretty much it. So pretty mixed bag on the option side. Equity side, way higher hit rate. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, guys. Market's giving us a little bit more direction. We do have a 50 MA break on the daily. That's giving us confirmation now. Candles close below it. I'm thinking we get a test of this level. It depends on where the SPY opens up. If we gap down, we're going to be opening up extended. We'll probably get a bounce in the short term. So it's a little bit choppy out there. It is a short week. We'll see what happens, though, going forward. If you guys do want to trade with us, we do have the free pre-market streaming tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. You can join us for our pre-market session. You can click that Discord link that's going to be in the bio as well to join our free Discord. We do give out some ideas in there and guidance on the SPY the entire day. Great little community to be a part of. Crypto chat, things like that as well in it. And if you guys want to join our, the membership, obviously we have all the alerts there, ideas, and we do have the pre-market and full day streaming from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, you go to spartantrading.com. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys shortly. Have a good one.